Hello, welcome back to Space Engineers. I'm Duke Skyloafer. We're back on Helghan, and I'm back in the loud chamber there. It does seem kind of loud in here. Let me turn this volume down a little bit. There we go. Okay, so let's recap what we were doing here. My headlights on? Yeah, there we go. So last time we built this miner here, which is looking pretty good. It needs some, I don't know, color. Needs some armor. So the plan today is we're going to hop in this thing. We're going to drill out a little bit more space so that we can maneuver in here. I also want to install the updated version of my script, which may or may not help with the fact that we're moving around this wind turbine a little bit. But before we do that, after I drill out a little space here and I can get the truck out of the way and everything, we are going to do some actual things outside of the hole. We are going to build a wind farm, a little bit, just like a set of turbines here, and some decoys. Now, I have a theory with the decoys. I think if I build a decoy underground, like right near the end here, if it's the first decoy on the grid, lightning will always try to strike it, and it will just keep hitting the ground right here. That's my theory. Even if I build another decoy out here, I think it'll prioritize the first one that I build. So I'm going to try and build one underground right there. And hopefully lightning will just hit the ground forever. Then I'm going to build a bit of a wind farm right here. I also want to try to weld up some of this. This is my stretch goal for the day. Try to weld some of this up, but I don't need it to go all the way out to the end there. So I'm probably going to cut it like here-ish. And then maybe try to weld this up along with the door here. And then this area is going to become an airlock, a vehicular airlock, basically. So we'll have another set of inner doors somewhere around here, and this will all be airtight on this side and not airtight on the other side. We're going to use some event controllers and stuff and some vents, and we'll make like an actual air cycling airlock. It'll be pretty cool if it works out. While I was testing updates to my script, to my weather station script, I did a little debugging on what's going on with the oxygen situation. And I don't have a vent built here. I made a copy of this world and stuck a vent in, and so I could measure the oxygen. Actually, I think I do have one. I do have one on the side of this thing. Where is the vent? Right there. So if we use build vision, we could see it's at 18% oxygen right there. That's the normal oxygen percent of the air here. When storms come through, electrical storms, the oxygen level does in fact drop, but not in real time. So it'll say 18%, it will stay at 18%. The indicator, I can't point to the indicator down at the bottom, but down by the wheel there, it says O2 low, down in the bottom left corner. It is low here. If I open my, I do take oxygen damage, or lack of oxygen damage, because there's not enough oxygen here. If a storm comes through, what's supposed to happen is the oxygen is supposed to drop significantly, but it doesn't. Or maybe actually, I'm not entirely sure if it does or it doesn't, because the oxygen is low here. But what happens is nothing updates. So like the bottom corner doesn't update. This thing will not say that it is lower than 18%. But if I save during a storm and reload and come back, then the bottom of the screen will say none, and this will say like 4% or something like that. So it will update and then it will stay that way. When the storm is over and the oxygen is supposed to go back up, all of these things will stay showing 4%, and the bottom will say none. So there's just something going on with the way the world updates, and I'm not quite sure what's going on with that. So I'm going to assume that's some kind of a Space Engineers bug and not related to any of the mods that I have in, because this was happening in unmodded worlds as well. One other thing that I thought of that I want to do real quick is make some ammo for my... Let's just make Let's see. I have 3 turrets. Let's make... oops. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That should be... yeah, that'll be enough for 4 boxes for each. This way I can get some ammo into my turrets just in case I need to do something. So, we are going to, after I throw this in there, we're going to do the mining first, and then we'll work on getting the wind turbine and the decoy and everything set up, and we'll be good to go. Ooh, that was thunder, right? There's an electrical storm happening right now. Change of plans. We are going to attempt to put our decoy in right now. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw in a pillar. And I'm going to throw in a decoy. What do I need for a pillar? I need interior plate. What do I need for a decoy? Steel plate. Alright. Oh, give me like... just give me all those. So the decoy... I want to be basically right above this thing. I'll just put the pillars down, whatever. This is a test. There we go. To see if it will... because I don't think it can actually hit this. Okay. So what I want to do is... I'm going to go here. Go to spectator cam for a minute. We're going to do a little cheaty. And see... look at that. See that? I'm pretty sure it's not aiming for my little decoys anymore. Pretty sure. I could slow my movement down. Pretty sure it is now aiming for that decoy. Maybe not. Maybe it's still aiming for the truck decoys. Either way, I think... oh, actually, it might be aiming for my body personally. That's kind of disappointing if so. Yeah, I'm in the cockpit there, so if it's striking right about here, then it's actually just trying to hit me. That's a little worrisome. Yeah, it's just trying to hit me. Let's do another test. Let me go fly over to... we'll just go all the way to the back here. I'll just stand in the back. Then let's see if it starts trying to hit back over this way. Oh no, it's still trying to hit over there. Maybe it is going for those decoys. Yeah, those look like it's going for the truck decoys. Well, either way. Either way, I think that means I can probably safely build outside. Well, let's do the ultimate test here. I don't know if I'm within... yep, there we go. So it's still trying to hit that instead of me. I feel like we've successfully tricked this planet. Yep. Okay. Cool. So I think I can safely put a wind turbine tower up with a decoy nearby, and we'll be okay. Because even if it hits that decoy, then I'll have a welder behind it. It'll be fine. All right, so let's not worry about that just yet. Let's worry about hopping into here. There we go. Open up get my cockpit going there. All right, we need to set some things up here. The batteries need to be on. Okay, let's... we are going to need the connector eventually. The air vent is fine there. What do we have here? Thrusters, batteries. Alright, batteries. Recharge on, off. Thrusters on, off. That's probably all good. So, batteries are not terribly well charged. So, we're gonna... I think what we're gonna end up doing is doing just enough drilling here to make some space, set up a connector to drop this on, and then go build our wind farm. Are all my thrusters on? I hope so. Yes. Yes. Okay. There we go. Okay. Let's do some drilling. Just throw that there for now. Alright. We're just going to go straight off in this direction. Oh yeah, you know what I didn't put on here? Oh, there's actually two things that I need to put on here that I had forgotten to do. One is lights, as you can see, and the other is an ejection system. So I have an idea for the ejection system, but that will be that will be for later after I charge up the batteries. Without lights, I can't tell if I'm too far over or not. I can't see the back. And it looks like I may not be able to get to the side the way I wanted to. So that's fine. Maybe I'll just kind of go this way. It's going to be a little bit of a haphazard drilling, but that's okay. I'm not trying to make this perfect here. There's no mistakes in drilling, just happy little accidents. Oh, and I hit something. Happy little accident. Ow. Ow. Very happy. We're good. Alright, batteries are at 24%. We're doing okay. This is enough. This is enough, I think. I need a backup camera on this thing eventually. Oh, and I hit the truck. Alright, let's, just gonna drop it on the ground real quick here. Grab some steel plate and build a little bit more of the ground here. Yeah, I might end up taking some of these out just so I could drill a little bit more. But it's good enough for now. Oh, it's stuck in a hole. A hole of my own making. Did I just put one? Oh, I put one entirely into the dirt. Alright, that should be good for now. That's enough that I could drive the truck around there. I want to get the... how do I want to do this? I want to get the truck in there, but I also want to make sure that that thing is out of the way. How are we going to do that? Because I may want to use this thing to go out and get some ore. We'll just drive the truck around it for now. It'll be fine. Alright, so we're gonna... Yep. Oh, jeez. Okay. So the thrusters are definitely enough. So hopefully it'll still be good when we are... I'm stuck. There we go. Where did I burn? Yeah. Well, it should be enough when I'm full. Should be more than enough. We may end up taking some thrusters out. Is this going to fit under there? I don't think so. I'm going to end up putting that thing down in there for the time being. Yeah, why don't we do that? Just to get it off the ground. We'll just drop a connector back. Of course, I don't have any sort of lights or cameras to be able to see what I'm doing. Okay. So those are that's gonna start using up all my stored up power here. We have... Yeah, it's dropping pretty fast. So I gotta start building the wind turbines. Actually, you know, before I do that, why don't I... Because we're going to be making a lot of components while we do this. Why don't I just not leave these on recharge? And that will help. So let's move this thing forward a little bit. There we go. Sometimes it's hard to drive. Alright, so I want to... But putting that decoy there was actually a terrible idea. I actually want to connect to this cargo thing, don't I? Well, no big deal. We'll just do something worse for the time being. That is not... Oh, do I not have any? I don't have any steel plate. And let me grab my ammo out of there, because I completely forgot. Because I got too excited by the storm. And we'll just go through the cockpit. There we go. And now it's... What's the weather? Rain? I didn't even know it could just rain here. That's cool. Cool. Well, that's the perfect time to build a conveyor system, I guess. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and have the decoy be directly above here, and then do wind turbines towers to the side of it, essentially, and hope that that's going to be enough. So let's see. What do I want to do? I probably want... Don't really need much, so we'll do a reinforced curved. And we're right in the middle here. I want it right there. Because there's nothing to attach it to, huh? Well, that would mean that I would have to... let's see. Let's make a temporary thing to attach it to. It'll eventually hold itself up, but we'll just make a temporary thing. Alright, right there. And then what I'm gonna do is stand directly under it. Actually, why don't I go up to it? That'll be a little bit better. Go directly under it here. Hope that that GPS is... Okay, the GPS is actually directly to the front of it. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. We'll just... So what I need to do is go up here. Kind of drill down to it. Basically, so if it's like right there, we want to be kind of right in front of it a little bit. Hopefully it... Am I getting close to it, or am I just gonna poke through the wall? Oh, I hope I'm not gonna... Yeah, I'm all goofed up. That looks like the right spot, although it might be a little bit to the side. Why don't I actually do this? Why don't I get rid of this? Oh yeah, I was right there. We were right, blah, blah, right about to poke through. Okay, that's not bad. There we go. Perfect. Yep. There we go. Then we just got to kind of do this quickly so that we don't get electrocuted. I think we'll be good though. It'll probably rain for a while. Let's see. We want... Let's make this look good and go up this way. How high do we think we're going to go up? That's probably good. And then we'll have the welder. So is that actually going to be too high? How high are my wind turbines going to be? Yeah, that's actually probably good, because then the decoy will go one higher than that. We'll go... It does have a thing on the bottom, right? Yeah, we just got to make sure this entire thing gets welded up and connected before the next time the thunderstorm comes through. Okay. So that's good. So we got to get a decoy going up at the front, and I think... For that, I'm going to use columns for no good reason. I'm going to go. Now, if I turn this on, yep, it's not going to do anything just yet. But if I go down in here and wire this up, we'll be good. Now I want to make sure that this decoy stays as the first decoy on the grid. So I'm going to do a similar... temporary nonsense here to make sure this one stays, because I'm going to get rid of these and just do some normal piping through the base to connect to that. You know what I could do then, actually, is do... It's a T-junction. Curved. We could do a curved like that, and it could sit on top of it. This all is going to be fairly temporary anyway, so not really sure. Not really worth bothering thinking too hard about it. Now, does that line up there? I think so. I just embedded one in the wall. There we go. So we just got to get that all hooked up, and we're good to go. So I think we got this not entirely done. So let's get that and that, and then as many of these as we can get. Okay. Need lots of interior plate. Yeah, we're going to need more assemblers pretty quick here. If I had the truck hook up to this, the truck's assembler could probably help. But at the moment, this is probably just the faster way to go. Got my interior plates in there, that's good. Okay. Let me dump whatever I got back into here just so that I'll not pull out more than I need. Alright, so I mainly need small steel tubes and construction components at this point. So let's prioritize those. Yeah, we definitely need more assemblers. The construction components. Man, how are we doing on iron and stuff? Lots of iron still. Okay, we're doing okay with stuff. We're doing okay. And now we need the small steel tubes again. Give me a bunch of those. Alright. Let's just start putting stuff in for a bit. There we go. So we only need to finish just this one tube. And we need just a few steel interior plates and some construction components. And what should happen is, as soon as I get this done, our decoy should start getting built. So let's head out and see if it is. Well, almost. Almost. It needs radio components, which is a thing that I don't think we build. Assembler. Let's see. Where's my... We should probably have some girders in stock, too. Was it radio components, I think? Let's just put, like, 5. Let's keep 5 in stock. Alright, now we'll go back and set the girders. Oh, we're not keeping computers. Keep lots of computers. And should probably have some displays and some bulletproof glass, just so that we have something. The rest of this, I think we should probably have some power cells, but I'll come back to that. So, where's those? Make those. There we go. Alright, then I just need to build these up. Darn. I'm glad this is good because the weather has cleared up, and that means that a storm could come. There wasn't a storm the entire last time I played, which is interesting. Yep. Yep, looks like we just need interior plate. Let me prioritize a bunch of that. No, you.
Fuel low.
Yeah, hold on. Just need a bunch of interior plate.
Fuel critical.
Oh dear. Ow. Did I really lose the whole bottle? Yep. Fine.
Energy low.
Oh, relax. Yeah, the energy got low because every time I do that, then the shields have to recharge and it drains my suit energy like crazy. This is not charging up my hydrogen. Did we use up all the ice? No. Oh, this isn't hooked up. Well. Huh. Okay, well. I'll go sit over here for a minute, and then we'll think about hooking that up next. I'll add that to the to-do list. So I've got that mod that refills the bottles from the, you know, if your suit gets full, it'll put some in the bottle for you. And I only have small conveyors in here, so I can't actually pass it through into the oxygen tank, or into the oxygen O2 gen, so it has to fill this way. Actually, it doesn't. Hold on. Forgot that I can still access this thing, which means I can just do that. Well, never mind that. Still need more interior plate. There we go. Whoa, I went the wrong way. I'm gonna need some directions as to where all the... how to get everywhere once the base gets really big. Alright, that is that. And then, do I have any... I want to get some... just to kind of fill this in a little bit here. Let's go with... this. There we go. Not terrible. Alright, so we got that. So we're going to branch out from that. Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, I should branch out from probably here. So maybe I shouldn't do this like this. But that's okay. We'll come back to that after... what do I want to do? How do I want to do this? Yeah, let's take these back out. Wait a minute, though. Oh, you know what? Here's what I want to do. I want to make these even. So let's leave this here. And leave... Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. We'll leave it like that. And then I think what I want to do is just go like... Yeah, that's... Let's see, what this thing covers 50, and each of these is 2.5, right? So it's 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, we'll be good. Alright, I don't think I want to go quite that far out, though, because the wind turbines need... actually, no, that's probably fine. We'll do that. We'll go out to there. We're going to do 2, like, spear-looking things. Oh, man. The way this goes. One side is going to be higher than the other side. Well, at least the way these things go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that what I did? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, good. Then... not what I wanted to look at. Okay. How high up do we want to go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is where I wish I had prioritized a welder ship. I think I went one higher than I needed to, but that's okay. Alright, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see, I think that's going to be the same height there, right? I think so. Yeah, there we go. Because that's one less. Just give me everything you've got. Alright, let me land on this for a minute and figure out the wind turbine situation here. Alright, so these things need interior plate. Good thing I built those girders. We're going to need the girders. I think this will be okay. I hope that's not too close to the middle, but if it is, that's okay. We could deal with one of them being a little less than optimal. Probably should have grabbed another bottle while I was out here. Or while I was in there, I mean. I think my other bottle is in the... There we go. How we doing on... Can I get a reading on you? That's not entirely optimal, but that's not bad. It's close. Better than nothing. This one is probably, that is probably optimal. So that's not too bad. Alright, I'm gonna go get another bottle. Dump all that back in. Did I have another bottle or no? Actually, now that I'm wondering if I even had another bottle. I did. I totally do. I'll grab 2 of them. And then as long as I'm here, waiting for it to build things, I'm pretty sure you're stuck to you, so that should be okay. Let's do a curved conveyor. There we go. Yep. Which way am I spinning this? There we go. Yeah, that's what I want. Alright, I think I need, again, mostly interior plate. I should probably tell the assembler to make more of those. It stops after a while. You know, because I only told it to make 100. Let's tell it to make 200. Alright. Good enough. I think that means we could probably take this one out now, but we'll come back to you. What do you still need? Construction components. I gotta get some more batteries built up too, because the... No, why isn't it... Did I dump the construction components into something else by accident? Hmm. What do I... Oh, it's just weird. Okay. I lost my train of thought. I don't remember what I was saying. I am just really scatterbrained today. I don't know what's going on. 2, 3, 4, okay. Yep, of course. Then, you know, another thing that I should do at some point is probably turn this into, like, armored conveyors here and put some turrets for when I inevitably get attacked by somebody. Did I not actually grab anything out of here? Oh, we just need tons and tons of stuff that is not ready to go. Yep. Interior plate, interior plate, interior plate. Some sort of weather's rolling in. Girders. I wish I could land on this thing. We'll do you next. I could land on this thing, though. Let's see, do these things seem to be spinning faster or slower? I think they're spinning faster? I have no idea. Those are spinning pretty fast. What's the deal with these guys? They are... Yeah, speed's going up, but they're at 346, so they're not... Those sideways ones are even less optimal than these sideways ones. That's okay. It's still a decent amount of power. This is all going to be... Let's see, each of these towers, that's like 1 megawatt, almost 2 megawatts per tower. Yeah, just under 2 megawatts per tower, which is darn good. And then they get faster during most of the storms, so if I get some good batteries built, we should be decent for a while. And at some point, I guess I'm going to want to put some lights on them because it's foggy. Alright, let's see if we've built any components here. 20 girders. Ooh. Let's prioritize some girders. Ow. Oh no, I think I accidentally put them... Oh no.
Energy low.
Energy? I didn't see that one coming. Okay. That is that. We have power. Let me go charge up. There we go. We'll go charge up and then figure out where the entrance is. There it is. Actually, I'm going to go sit in here because I could look at the screen. Okay, so this is a dust storm. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take down this wind turbine here, and I'm going to load up my weather station script, and it should be with the... then I'm going to have to go out and weld all that stuff up there, aren't I? With the turbine now being outside, I should be able to get a good reading, especially from that top one. So let me name all of this stuff. The base is called the Hellhole, that's why it's HH. This is going to be the interior decoy. And I'm pretty sure this is the exterior decoy, just based on the... Although, why they were both named just decoy, I don't know. This one is part of... Yeah, it would have to be interior. Alright. Most of these things are going to get removed soon, but that's where the miner docks... You know, I'm not going to bother naming all these things. What I want to name is the doors. Because those are going to be the outer airlock. The welder or the decoy, that's permanent. And we could probably just turn you off entirely. And then all of these wind turbines. So what I want to do is go out and pick one, and I think it's going to be this top one. And we're going to name this one the weather vane. Oh, that's going fast. I can't see the ground, but I know it's around here, so. And I think that means I could get rid of this here. Oh, you know what? Yeah, eventually I'm going to have to replace most of this tubing with armored tubing because this is going to be airtight eventually. Which means we're probably going to have to reattach it to the... no, you know what? Here. What I need to do is that. Oh, really? Come on now. Well, that'll hold it either way. Alright, so what I should be able to do now is get this thing's batteries recharging. And they were already charging, which is good. I need to plug this thing in somewhere at some point so that it can charge. And I think I need to just make the roof taller, basically, because I can't fly one over the other. Well, actually, what I need to do is probably dig out this way. And then I could drive in, fly out. They can each have their own little bays. And then we'll probably end up... Yeah, I'm stuck in the wheels. Stuck in the wheels. We will probably end up moving all of this to the side or something, and then digging straight back for a ways. These things had better not come and attack my stuff. This will work for now. This will work for now. I really want to try and set up this this airlock, though. I think that would be fun. Okay, so what was on my to-do list for today? It was get the miner digging, get all that set up. Yeah, okay, I guess I've really basically completed my goals here. So let me get this thing backed up. We're going to dig out the other way. And remind me, I need to put an ejector system on here. And it's going to go here. Because that's where the thing is there. I'm just going to go ahead and take those off now. Then I'm wondering if we should go ahead and take off... Because this thing is super twitchy. If we should take off some of the forward and backwards thrusters. Alright, there we go. There we go. Try not to cook the ground too much here. I should have just slapped a light on it. I don't know why I didn't do that. I'm digging a tunnel into the fog. Really smart idea. Ooh, wait. Where are we? Where are we? Okay. I was lucky I didn't destroy my survival kit just then. So how's everybody doing tonight? Chat's not too lively today, but that's okay. I understand. Not everybody likes to chit-chat. Hope you're all doing well. Whew, okay. I think I kind of went up a little bit. That's okay. I'm not super worried about the shapes of these tunnels. I am a little bit worried about destroying parts of my ship, though. Alright, let's see if we could turn around slowly-ish and get back to that connector. I'm gonna have to get a docking camera on here at some point. Twitchy. It's very twitchy. There we go. Locked, auto off. Out. Alright, let's build some road in here and something I can connect up to. What do I got on me? Don't need... There we go. Just give me like a whole bunch of that. Now the interesting thing will be the decoy only protects a radius of 50 meters is my understanding nowadays. And maybe that was the case back in the day too before they changed it. I don't remember. But if I'm completely underground, will it matter? Yeah, lightning may try to strike things elsewhere, but it should be good since I'm underground. I know it was originally the case. We tested this. It was originally the case that they could strike things underground, but according to change logs, they fixed that. So hopefully we won't have that issue. Now I got to figure out what the height of this thing is. Oh, what did I just smack into? Did I smack into something? Did I not weld up a... So I don't know what I just hit. Oh, it's every time I try to turn. Why are the wheels... Whoa, wait a minute, whoa, hold on. The wheels are all messed up. They're doing opposite to what I would expect them to be. Because I'm trying to turn left. Wait a minute, now that was... Wait. That's correct. That's correct. Okay, now they're doing it. Are they just getting stuck on each other or something? I had this issue before. Hang on. Let's try that. So I had this issue when I first started here, but I spread the wheels out a little bit. I think it's just because I'm driving on, well, I'm hoping it's because I'm driving on unwelded ground. Let's turn those off. You're not going to make me weld this whole thing up, are you, just to charge this guy? How much battery we got left? Like 45%? This is going to take me forever to weld all this up. Let's get a lot more. Actually, you know what? Do I even want this to all be steel plate? probably don't. I should probably make most of this, like, interior plate. I was thinking I could deal with that later. But, actually, you know what? It just occurred to me. This thing has thrusters on it.
No fuel.
Yeah. Look at that. We could just kind of float, maybe. Come on, show me the truck. Okay. Parking off. Oh. The problem was not that I had parking on, right? No, it wasn't. They were spinning. Okay. Just use those jump jets. Use the jump. Yep. The problem is I can't strafe with them. I'm just gonna end up jammed in the corner here, aren't I? Mm-hmm. Yep. Alright. Yep. This is... What? No, why are you spinning that way? What are you doing? No matter which way... No matter what I do, it spins in the same direction. Okay. Spin. Oh, we're drifting. We're drifting. This is quite possibly the silliest situation I've been in this entire, like, 30-hour series. It's like, what? You know what? I'm going to weld up the ground. I'm going to weld up the ground. Just give me all your steel plate. I don't think I told it to actually make more. Steel plate, make 1,000 of those. Hey, it's almost sunrise. We should go see what a sunrise looks like on this planet. Okay. Can I drive on this? Yes, okay. That was the problem, except now I'm facing the wrong way. We're going to probably end up building a temporary connector for this guy. Just to charge him up. Oh, really? That's interesting. Does this thing not have... This thing doesn't have a port on the bottom, does it? No wonder I didn't bother with a connector down there before. Yeah, it's yellow. This thing isn't connected to anything still. Whatever. Alright, let's just get this thing far enough in to get it out of the way, and then we'll get some sort of a connector in front of it. Just to charge it up. I don't know how I'm going to get it out of here. Probably have to wait till we've dug everything up a little bit more. $25 steel plates each. This is just over 2 blocks. All right. Is that enough to get you out of the way? I think so. Let's shut the thrusters off.
No fuel.
Yeah, we're going to set you to recharge, and I'm going to try to do... Oh, jeez. So I think what I'm going to try to do is... Could try something on a piston. I could try a... Could do like a tube on a rotor, I guess. Sorry, I had to take a drink break. I don't know that one on a rotor would be able to rotate up enough, given that I've jammed it into the corner there. Maybe. All it's got to do is be attached. I mean, I guess I could do like a... Yeah, piston's going to be silly. Or is it? Yeah, that's probably what we're going to do. That's just about high enough. I don't think I can drop it down. That might work. What do I have in terms of pistons? I think I've got modded pistons, but I also think that the vanilla one is probably going to be good. And also, I want to see where the sunrise is from before it's too late here. Looks like this way, from the west. This planet's actually not too bad. Not a great planet for solar power, since it's almost always foggy or stormy or something, but I think this will be okay. Yeah, beautiful day. Probably get rid of that GPS while I wait. Where are you here? Get rid of that cobalt. Alright. I'm gonna need to put a lawn chair out at the end so I could sit and watch the sunrise. That's actually a pretty nice sunrise. It's almost over the ice lake. Yeah, not bad. I'm not going to sit and watch the whole thing. I want to get stuff done. Do I have a connector on here? I do. So I think what I'm just going to do is go like this. And hopefully move that out to it, to where it needs to be. This is very temporary. And not actually designed to connect anything to the base. Alright, that looks like about... I lost it. I think that was about 3, right? Let's see. Max distance... 3 meters? Let's see. A little more than 3. That'll probably do it. 3.5. I could probably make my way up to that. And I do have a backup camera, so hopefully... Alright, maybe I don't need it. Maybe I do need it. Come on, rotate the other way. Jeez. Well, alright. Let's just back this up a little bit more. I think that's good. That might have been a little bit too far, but we can bring it back in if we need to. Come on. There we go. Okay. Okay, so that thing can charge. That's good to know. Yep. We could probably take these solar panels off, because there is no way that this thing is ever going to be charging off of solar power. At least not for any reasonable amount. Oh man, it's in the blueprint. That was... well... that's fine. We'll take a new blueprint later. Yeah, we'll take a new blueprint later. I've got to... actually, as long as I'm here, there are some unnamed things on here, which is the worst kind of things. Here we go. Decoys. We didn't name the decoys. This is a venial sin in my space engineers. Everything must be named. This is really bothering me. But those are all temporary, so I'm not going to worry about it. Alright, so that means next time I take a blueprint, I can load it in and get rid of these things. The only reason I'm not doing it right now is because I just connected up to the base and I don't remember what the combo is to only take the subgrid blueprint. So, okay, what... now that we got room here, even though this place isn't airtight yet, I kind of want to make the airlock just for fun. Just for fun. Actually, before I do that, kind of want to make some sort of a welding vehicle of some sort to help. Actually, as long as we're not doing anything, I kind of want to reduce the size of this road to, let's see, I want to have enough runway that any vehicles will be up on the road before they hit that, so probably we'll take it to here. Do I have interior plate on me? Of course not. There's that sunrise in the fog. So I had to lay the road out this far in the beginning to make sure that I tunneled straight, but I don't need the road to be this far now that I've got the tunnel going. So that's the reason that I'm taking it in. Rotate, thank you. Okay. I think that's good. We were gonna spread out another row here at some point, I think, but I'm not gonna do it now. Because I don't think we actually need it. So, I don't really want to have to keep flying a bunch of components over. I'm wondering how small of a welding ship I can make, or if it's worth trying to do some sort of a welding truck. I don't know, I think a welding truck could work if I could get the... If I had small grid, large conveyor pistons where I could like push the welder outwards, that would be nice. But I don't have a mod that does that, and that's not in the base game, so I would be I wouldn't be able to do a small grid welding truck. Oh, relax, not breathing so hard. There we go. Alright, there we go. Just a little bit less material out there for things to attack. Alright, so what do I want to do? It is dusty. I want to lay out what this area is going to look like. And I think... let's see. That's got to be a frame there. We could make the ceiling a little fancy. How far in do we need to go with this? We want this to be thicker than this. We want this to be deeper. Do I want to push this out a little bit? I may want to push this front out. Especially if we are going to go... Like if the inner door is essentially going to be here. So that's going to be the actual door. Yeah, so if that's the airlock, that's not nearly big enough for a truck. So we would have to, if we were really going to do like a vehicle airlock, we'd have to push this forward a bit, and we may have to even pull this back a bit. Don't think of these as like corridors. Like this whole area is going to tunnel out a little bit more, so we could potentially have this stick inward a little bit. I just wouldn't be able to do it now because we don't have the room, which is too bad. So I'm thinking what I might do for now, oops, is not do the airlock, unfortunately, even though it was going to be cool. I think I want to get some sort of a ground welder up and running. I wonder how fast I could put together a little car, maybe, that could just weld it. We could just fill it up with a 1,000 steel plates and thousands of steel plates. Let's try it. Let's see what I can do here. Hold on. Let's see. Let's do a landing gear. And I'm going to need a hinge and a welder. That's all my ship parts. I am going to need a connector. I believe I had that on the bar there, but connector. How many steel plates can a connector hold? I don't know, but let's do a medium cargo container, and then some sort of a... need some sort of a control seat. So we could do a... let's see, we could do one of these. I think one of these would look kind of silly. Especially if the connector... well, it could be like a sidecar, actually. Maybe we'll do that. We'll do that, because that's... how big is that? Doesn't say. I think that's too wide. Not too wide, but wide by 2. 2 blocks wide. Alright, then I'm... let's see. 3x3 or the new 2x2 wheels? I've never used the 2x2s. How big are those? Probably... actually, maybe. How big is a small grid welder? No, let's do the 3x3s. I'm really hoping that if I'm using it, now that I'm thinking about this, if I'm using a wheeled vehicle to drive on this, is that going to be a problem? Am I just setting myself up for trouble? Okay. New plan. Forget that. Thrusters. We're going to do a... ooh. What if we did... Nah, okay. Yeah. Let's throw on... Let's use the sci-fi thrusters. I didn't use those last time. Batteries, then we're going to need gyros. And that's the gist of it. So, tiny landing gear. Let's see. Go up. We're gonna go. This is basically gonna be a flying cargo container. Excuse me. Of course. Of course. I don't know why I have all this other stuff on me here. Yes, I do. It's because I ground down the solar panels. Okay. So you're like that. And like that. And like that. There we go. That's the gist of it right there. We're going to throw one of these on the... I guess I think this side. Did that go too low? No, that's good. And I'm going to counterbalance-esque that with a battery on this side. And then some thrusters. Where are thrusters going to go? Did I... now we're going to go like this. We go 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see, I don't want to necessarily cook whatever connector I connect to. But... and then underneath, I'm going to do the side thrusters. I think that will be okay. And then we'll throw a gyro somewhere. Call it a day. Yep, there we go. A very quick and dirty welding ship that does not have a gyro anywhere. And the gyro will go... I kind of would rather have it where this stick is. So... but I'm not married to the idea. So, let's get some parts. Yeah. Alright, what am we going to do next here? Let me hop in the cockpit and just turn off all the thrusters for now. Oh, I need a name for this thing. Somebody think of a name. Throw it in chat if you're feeling up to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Am I going to run out of stuff? Oh, you know what? Hang on a second. I don't have a weather thing that tells me what the weather is. What's our weather right now? Dust. Darn. I need like a weather thing so I know, because I want to set up my script. Yeah, alright, that's fine. My script needs clear weather in order to set itself up. That's the reason I'm...
Energy low.
You'll notice that on the bottom of my HUD, the temperature in here does say warm. The temperature change does still work. It's only the oxygen level change that doesn't change. So like when different weather comes in, it still gets warm out, or gets super cold out, and it still goes to like inferno and everything, but for some reason that O2 doesn't change. Did I grab the parts? There we go. This might be overkill on the upwards thrust. I don't know. Did I just dump that into the... Yeah. Did I grab that? Yeah. Sometimes I never know with the... Did I tell it to build battery components? Apparently I did. Power cells. I don't remember doing that. Alright, what do I need left? Just the top ones? No, I did the top ones. Are we done? We might be done. Alright, then I need a place for it to land when it's done. I'm just going to put it right here. This is where it's going to hang out. Alright, then real quick I want to set up a text panel here where I could see what the weather is. Make it look readable. Alright, weather's clear. Is that actually true? Is the weather clear? Weather is clear. Okay, so here's how my script works. It's going to go kind of nuts for a minute here because I have to do the thing. So I need to load in the newest version, which is not on the... I thought I changed that. Either way. Let's see. And let's run reset. So it's going to print out a bunch of diagnostic data here in a minute that is not going to be in the final release. But so it's looking at the wind turbine weather vane. Good. Okay, so this is its average readings. That's good. All right. So basically what it's going to do is when the wind starts getting high, it's going to trigger my timer. And my timer is going to turn this light on. So that light is going to be off. And I want this light to be a different color. We're just testing this. This is so that I know. Let's see these storm lights. I want to make it... What's a good storm color? Like probably like a yellow, right? There you go. Something like that. I should probably put up a real light, too, so that I could just see things in general. Oh, what? I don't know your maximum radius. There we go. We can take the intensity down a little bit. There we go. Okay. Now I got a little bit of light to see again. Okay, so I got a dock for this thing. We just need a ton of... so anyway, so the script now, when the wind turbine detects that the speed is going up, it's going to trigger this timer block and have this light come on, and when it detects that the storm is over, the light will shut off. And that's going to be my storm warning light for the time being. Yeah, you know, whatever. I guess I'm going to keep that structure there for now since I've just decided we're going to dock in there. Do we have more steel plate coming? You're not getting full. Actually, were you full? No, you were not full. I don't know why you weren't building steel plate, but let me load this thing up. could fit a lot of steel plate in here. I should really just build a second. I don't want to build too much stuff without this being... the decoys, there's a decoy up there, which is the first decoy on the grid, and the storm tends to target this one, or it tends to target the decoys that are on this truck, but it can't hit them because they're underground, so it just keeps hitting the ground above them. There is another decoy above ground here that has a welder on the back, but that's protecting my wind turbines, which, now that I've come out here, I remembered I need to weld up their towers because they're just going to fall over soon. So maybe that will be the next thing that I do, or maybe that will be the first thing that I do with the little welder ship, now that I'm thinking about it. Thanks for making me fly out there. What does a column need? It's interior plate and construction component, right? Is there a small grid column? I didn't even realize. Alright, interior plate and construction component. We'll go weld all those up. Interior plate, construction component. Why is it only... Is it seeing them somewhere else on the... Oh, does this thing have... Does this thing have all these things in it? It does. That's why it's not... Oh, wait a minute. No, we need to see those. We need to keep those because those are for it to rebuild. Yeah, that's why. Those are for it to rebuild decoys. Okay, never mind. That's why it's not keeping up with the quota there. Alright, so you give me a bunch of these, give me a bunch of these. You can just go away. So this weather station script is on the workshop now. If you want to use it, just search for weather station. This is I've updated the algorithm that it uses to track the trend, because what I was finding was that it was a little bit too sensitive, and you could have like a ship fly past, and it would slightly lower the like optimal. You know how the wind turbines, when they get close to other blocks, it changes their optimal max output. And it's like you park too close to one, you fly near one, and it changes it temporarily, and then the script would kick off, and it might like kick off several times. So the new algorithm tries to kind of smooth that out a little bit. So if there's like a little hiccup here and there, it won't trigger it. So I don't know if that's good yet. I've only tested it in like scientifically isolated scenarios. So I'm hoping to just have it running here will help test it in realistic scenarios, basically. All right, give me a bunch of, not you, give me a bunch of you, and a bunch of you. And then I will take this little ship out and see how many things I can build up. I probably should put a little landing gear on it now that I think about it, but toggle that on, off. Where's my battery? Toggle the battery on, off, and let me put all these thrusters in a group. I need a name for this ship, so think of a name. Give me a name. You can look at the power output, but you can't look at the max power output. So what it's looking at is the... Here, hold on a second. Let me explain. So if we look at a turbine, each of these wind turbines, well, it's actually charging batteries, so they're all putting out max. But let's say that there's nothing on the base that needs power right now. The current output is going to drop to just whatever the base needs. But the max output is always going to stay the same, assuming that you don't like just build something right next to it. That would change its optimal, wind clearance. So I believe the event, because I checked this first, the event controller can look at the current output, but it can't look at the max output. And the current output Actually, so there's a dust storm starting now, so we should start to see, hopefully, that this wind turbine's max output is going to start changing. Yep, there we go. So it is starting to look at its max output is starting to crank up here. You can see it better down here. But there's a fairly good likelihood that at some point these are going to go up so high that the base doesn't need that power anymore, and the current output will hold steady, and the max output will just keep on going up, because the max is the potential, and the current is just what the base is actually using. So, since I'm trying to charge all these batteries, it's using all of the power coming in, but eventually all the batteries will be full, and it'll just be using basically like 400 kilowatts for the assembler and some other things. So, let's see. It just occurred to me, though, that if there is a storm going on, I should put some lights on this thing. And let's just do... I don't really want to necessarily put a spotlight on it. Yeah, maybe I do. Let's see. Maybe we'll go... I don't have any components. And give me a... oh, maybe I should have just done offset spotlight. That probably would have been better, instead of the big old spotlight. And some offset lights. Because then we'll go... offset spotlight, I want kind of way off to the side, because it's probably going to get... Yeah, it's probably going to get cut off by the welder being in the way. Really? I thought I grabbed a... I would have assumed I would have grabbed enough stuff for that. So, the script can also react to several other things. For example, it can trigger... what else did I program it to trigger? So it can trigger when the storm reaches its peak intensity, because the storms always just kind of increase in intensity and then they kind of taper off and then they drop down. So it can trigger when it hits the peak, or when it starts, or when it finishes. And it can also check when the wind starts dropping. So if you have like fog or something coming in that lowers the wind, it can do that. And then it can also look at if something happens to the turbine. Like if some ship comes by and blows up the turbine, or it just gets damaged enough that it doesn't run, then it can trigger something, like it could trigger an alarm or whatever. It just triggers timer blocks, so you just put the names of timer blocks in there. Okay, that's probably enough of that. So what else did I need to put on here? Let's put thrusters on/off is what we need, and let's toggle them on, and let's... Whew, that scared me for a second. Apparently I welded up an armor block. Alright, everything will go in there for now. Oh, that's not bad. A little bit of a rough... Oh, you know what else I should probably put on the bar is the... Which one of these is the actual welder? I'm just going to call this the welder block for now, because what I want is the... Oh yeah, there we go. Block tool, that's what I need. Okay. There we go. Alright, let's not blow ourselves up here doing this. $10 says, $10 to myself says that I blow this welder head off of here doing this. It's so cool how much stuff can be replaced with event controllers. I used to have, like, every base, every ship used to run, I don't know, 6 different scripts or whatever, but now I'm like, I could replace 5 of them with event controllers. When I build the airlock at the front with the airtight gates, it's going to be event controllers. It's going to have vents, and it is going to, the vents are going to cycle the air in and out and then open the doors when the air is gone, or vice versa. It's going to be really cool. It's going to be all event controllers. So far, this is working pretty well. Famous last words. And now, I think I might be out of some components. Yep. So I think I just need... Oh, I hit the thing. Okay, so I need a little bit of steel, but mostly interior and construction components. So let's... fly ourselves back in. Why isn't it showing me the battery level here? Yeah, that's true. I owe myself $10. I honestly thought that I was going to end up with... because I always do that on the first time. Give me all of this, and, like... Actually, give me all of this. I'll start welding up the ground. Actually, you know what? I kind of want to change... Ooh, do I want... See, now I don't know, because I really don't want this to be entirely steel plate, you know? I'm thinking this should probably be a mix of steel... Oh, wait, I don't have top... I don't have top thrust. I can't flip over. This should probably be a mix of interior plate and steel plate. Or maybe that's what it'll just be, what it transitions into. Maybe we'll do that. Did I really do what I think I just did? Yes, I didn't put the components into the thing. That was real smart. Real smart. I also didn't pay attention to whether or not I brought enough. Alright, let's see if I can get the thing in here and get 3 at once. Nope. That's not bad. Glad I didn't hit the decoy behind me there. If I did, I probably could have just had the welder weld me back up, because there's a welder right there. Speaking of the welder being right there, we'll just go grab whatever parts we need from here. There's the... Now I've got all these other things attached to the grid. I can't find stuff. At this point, it would be easier. That wasn't the sound of thunder, right? I don't think so. I think we're still in dust mode. At this point, it would have been easier for me to just go weld them up by hand, but I would rather use the ship since I'm out here. Also need to start diversifying the color schemes a little bit. Alright, I think that should be all the exterior stuff welded up. Yeah, at some point we'll make the fact that that is uneven look a little bit nicer. But yeah, looks good to me. that was a I took a chance there that I did not need to take. What do you think the odds are that I could actually line this up without looking at it? There we go. apparently, I put connector on off instead of switch lock. So that was nice. And apparently I just had a complete breakdown. And speaking of breakdowns, I may have broken some bottom thrusters. Yeah, that's great. I always have to balance any sort of really cool maneuver with then immediately making a fool of myself. That is the rule. There we go. You and you. Can I just repair you guys? No. And you took a little damage. Okay. Yeah, I should probably put like a little landing gear or some mag plates on the bottom or whatever. I don't know. Alright. Somebody think of a name for this thing. Is this thing off? Yes. It is off, right? Yeah. Not gonna die when I touch it, right? Yeah. Alright. I also, real quick, because I wasn't even looking at it because it's way down here, but I want to have this thing. Did the weather light just come back on again? That's kind of weird. That probably shouldn't have happened. What am I even doing here? We want to change one of these displays, probably this one, to the weather. Yeah, that should probably not have turned back on. Let's see what's going on here. Interesting. I think the baseline... Did the baseline... Oh, it is still weathering in here, so that's not... Yeah. We are just flat. That's fine. Okay. This is supposed to still be on. I think for some reason it may... So I may have an issue where it peaks, accidentally triggering the... although I would expect it to be trending in some direction. Usually it doesn't... Usually the weather doesn't move. But, I know. Or, I'm sorry. Usually the weather doesn't stop changing, is the thing in this game, at least. But, who knows? This vehicle needs a name. What are we going to call this thing? This is the... we're going to call this thing the hot end. Because now I can give it a prefix and I don't have to worry about it. And this is going to be... Ta-da. Ta-da. Otherwise, who knows what all these things are connected to. That's why I do this. Okay, so we can get rid of all of you. Your connector is fine. We don't need to see it there, but it's fine. This is on the base. Get rid of you. That's a pretty good idea, actually. What is this one? I think this is the one that I am connected to, right? Yeah. Hot end, and this connector is for the... I don't even remember. What did I call that thing? The Dune Strider? That's actually a pretty dumb name. Alright, so we can get rid of you out of there. We can probably even take it out of the inventory. This is part of the hot end, but we could take it out of there. And this is the hot ends medium cargo. And what else is floating around in here? Large battery. and the welder. Don't think we need it there. That's good. Okay, so then we're gonna have to move a bunch of things. I'm sideways. Okay. Maybe the bright yellow was not the best idea. Yeah, this isn't disgusting at all. Sure. Where is my weather light? Didn't I call it the weather light? Storm light, that's what I called it. Alright, let's make it a little bit yellow. Not super yellow. And actually, you know what? Let's not even... I can't get to it. Let's take its... That's the timer I'm on this one. Let's take the radius way down. I just want to see it a little bit. Okay. Didn't realize how much I was relying on that light. Alright, so what do I want to do? I got like a half hour till I want to be going to bed. So I could grab the hot end, which is not something I recommend doing in real life. Get the... There's the assembler here. I want you to make me a lot more steel plate. A lot more. And let's grab most of this. I don't know why I have you. Can I put you anywhere? Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking. I don't know why I can... I also don't know why I can put large components through these small conveyors. I think that's another bug in the game that got introduced at some point. I want to go out and weld up this front part here. What do these things need? Construction components and interior plate. Yeah. Don't stay up too late on my account. I'm not that entertaining. Alright, let's see what we can do with this. Yeah, I gotta get up early for a meeting tomorrow too. Did I suddenly start building in red? I did. You know what? Let's stick with that. Let's make this whole thing red. Because it's the hot end. Alright, what's the battery looking like? It's at 53%. That should be fine. I don't know how much... it's your connector. Where are you? That's gonna get me fairly far. I don't know why I have large steel tubes and bulletproof glass in here. But I also don't care. Okay. Battery on. Lights on. Disconnected. Let's go weld this all up. And hopefully we won't bother the spirit of Le Monde. I appreciate the subscription. Absolutely. Absolutely I do. I love seeing people coming back. Did I already run out of the No, I did. I guess I needed more interior. Let me put all the Was that all the... Yep, I guess I put all the construction components in. Alright. Let's do these things. I'm going to repaint all these too to look nicer. This is... Having a little welder ship like this is really nice. I'm so used to just running back and forth and welding things up. I usually don't give myself the luxury of having a little welder ship. In the earlier part of this series, I was living in on an asteroid, and I did make a really cool ship that had interchangeable tools, and it worked surprisingly well. Did I just blow up something on the side of the ship? You know what, I'm going to do this whole row so that I don't keep bashing into the side. We would know if I blew up something on the side, now that I think about it, because that side is just the battery. And if I damage the battery, we'll know. Let's see, now I don't want to dump all these parts into the doors just yet. Do I have left on me? Not much. Let's, yeah, I'll just go over and get it. I have a mod in that makes my jetpack less responsive, so like I don't slow down as quickly. And I'm kind of surprised I haven't died more often. On the asteroid base, I had a screen that said number of faceplants. It happened a bit more in space. You know, it's actually harder to do this backwards. It's actually easier to start forwards. Go forward. Did I oh, you know what? I did it again, didn't I? I didn't put the components in the thing. If I didn't have a jetpack, if I was playing no jetpack, this would be incredibly annoying because I would have to land, get out, put the components in, and then once again I didn't bring enough. Yeah, it's easier to do this driving forward because I can like hop up and then go forward. And I, for some reason, have not mastered that same pattern in reverse. I don't know why. And I'm out again. Oh yeah, no, I am all about mods, but most of the time I'm using mods to make things more difficult or just to give me more building options, basically. I should not have parked that so close to the ground. I almost forgot again. Trying to think of what actual, like, this planet is itself is a mod. This is Helghan. I'm trying to think of what other mods I'm actually like using. Does this thing have any modded parts on it? I don't think so. The vehicle I'm flying right now doesn't have any modded parts. I think the majority of the mods that I have like standard mods that I always use that are like changes the interface. The detach, like I forgot what it's called, the weld pads. Yeah, it's mostly just more options, is all. And then a whole bunch of NPC mods, tons and tons of NPC mods. There are other block mods in the world. I'm just not using them right now. that time. Close. Connect. Recharge. Off. Off. Fallout. Okay. So what I want to do is kind of make this look more like a road. So we can do that and do the weldless armor. Let's see if we can make this look more like a road out here. Perfect. How's that look? Like kind of like a road? Should be a little bit darker. Maybe a little bit darker. There we go. Is that lightning? Did I just see lightning out of the corner of my eye, or was that like a voxel loading in? Nope, that was lightning. Okay. Oh, you know what? I didn't realize that there was still a bit of a lip right there. That's okay. We'll just kind of dive down into it. Let me figure out what these things are needing, and I'll just do these manually. Oh, it always rains here, so maybe I'll draw like a little, like a yellow center line here. I've got a yellow color. We'll do like a little center line. So now we're going to find out how well the... now it just looks like a runway. Let's do... We'll do 2 and 2 like this. Hopefully not get struck by lightning in the process. Perfect. Yeah, alright, that's fine. Have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. What do you mean I can't withdraw interior plates? Do you have interior plates I can use? You don't have anything I can use. You do have a bunch of things I can use that for some reason I can pull through the tiny connector. So now we're going to find out. Actually, I'm going to use the spectator cam again to find out where lightning is striking the base. Is it hitting... It is hitting that one. Okay. I was thinking that it would try to hit this one under here because it's the first one on the grid, but I think maybe this one being higher up, it's prioritizing, which is fine. Oh man, look at these wind turbines. Holy... Alright, so we just got to make sure we don't run out of components for this thing. Let me get out of spectator cam. I feel all cheaty. What's our power coming in? We're pulling in almost 2 megawatts, and it's still rising. From one wind turbine. So, hey Max, welcome to the stream. We are having a bit of a storm right now in the game, and we are pulling in 1.72. Let's see, this one's the highest one. 1.82. Yeah. Ooh, boy. We're going to have everything charged up. We are now generating more heat. More energy than we can use to charge. Yeah, than we can pull for the vehicles, so... That's nice. Now I'm going to try and go out and weld this and hopefully not get struck by lightning. I do not play Rust. I thought about it. Just never got around to trying it. What's your thoughts on it? There. What are we trying to build here? Make me more interior plate. This is where I think maybe we should have 2 decoys in case the first one doesn't survive. I'm actually gonna go out and check the decoy. There we go. How are we doing here? It's doing fine, it seems. Please don't strike me. I just want to poke at it. Okay. Large steel tubes. Ooh, that was 2 strikes. Okay, so it's mostly steel plate is probably what's taking the brunt of the damage when this happens. I just want to kind of watch it. See what happens. What do we lose every time we get struck? Because that would explain why the... Yeah, it's mostly just like 10 steel plate. Okay. So, in we go. Yeah, I had a feeling. Just the nature of the game, like that, there's always some players, you know, that are a bit, I don't know, I don't know quite how to say it, but they get a little too into it. I don't know. I'd be willing to try it someday, but I don't see that as a game that I'd really be playing long term. Okay, so what time is it? I'm probably going to be ending the stream fairly soon here, but should I try to weld up the doors? What do these things need? Motors, lots of things. Maybe I should wait for the storm to be over so it's not using up... Oh, it looks like it's almost over. Yeah, okay. How's the script doing here? We're trending down, that's good. Okay. Yeah, let's... Maybe I'll just kind of do some manual welding of the doors here. Try and get this corner block too at some point. Alright, Max, have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Deposit. I want to pull out the components. I know I did want to push this forward a little bit, actually. Or do I? No, I think I want to keep that little lip there. This'll be fine. We'll figure something out. I think we're going to end up pulling this back a little bit after we clear out more of this room. What are we working on here? I think we might need a new assembler soon. You know what we could do, actually? We could... Oh, this is going to be a little cheeky, but... give me an assembler. Clear all this out. I don't need all this stuff. And a power efficiency module. Apparently I'm working in yellow now. So I don't have the stuff that I need. Just a few computers. Just a few computers. Where's the computers? Make the computers, please. Ah. No, the computers. So what I'm hoping to do is, there we go, get one of these fellers on here so that I can double the amount of capacity for assembling. What do you need? Construction components. Before I do that, let's tell this assembler 2 that you are going to be in cooperative mode. And there we go. Oh, that didn't really help. Construction components, eh? When we get to our final destination here, I'll probably set up a sorter system for all of this. What else do we need? 2? I'm gonna need a lot of motors and these steel tubes. And what are you? You're not. That's on the other thing. You are making mode. Yeah, that's fine. That's how that works. Okay. So that's connected back up again. So lots of. Why don't I have a lot of small steel tubes? I feel like I probably didn't tell it to make a lot of them. So, back when I was talking about... Yeah, there we go, small steel tubes. Back when I was talking about which mods I use, this is one. This is just so that I don't have to run Izzy's script. I want to bump you up, because I think I need those for this as well. Let's just kind of sort this out a little bit. I need mostly you, and actually mostly you. Do all that for me. And then this one kind of picks up the orders and does like every other one when it's in cooperative mode. Okay. Oof, okay, fine. Okay, oops. Alright, we're gonna finish up the last 2 doors here. Which doors? This door, that door. And I need construction components, and small steel tubes. Alright. I feel like I just saw lightning out of the corner of my eye in my own house. I'm gonna check the weather report. Nope. Must have been my imagination. Alright. More steel tubes, please. And then more construction components. Lots more construction components. I think that's another big thing, is I'm not making enough construction components. Let's crank you up to 500. And let's do... Where's the interior plates? Let's set you up to 500 as well. What are we doing on motors? Yeah. Alright, that's fine for now. There we go. Okay, so we got half the doors ready to go. Okay. That means we could attempt to try closing the doors, and there's a sandstorm coming. The sandstorm is causing the thing to go up again. Where are my hangar doors? Close them. I wish the windows were down here. Kind of useless up there. Can't really think of a good... because this thing is so tall, I can't really think of a good way to get the windows to a usable spot, but I think what's going to end up happening is we might like dig out a little bit more on the side and have just like an airlock door that I can go in and out. That would allow me to bypass this door if I don't want to depressurize this entire area. So that will be the plan. How many blocks long is this truck? That's basically the length that I want to make it. So we'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we want it to be at least 8 blocks, and we are nowhere near that. I think we're half that. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we would actually have to go 5, 6, 7, 8. So it would have to start here or here to have enough room. So yeah, we're just going to have to dig out. We're just going to have to dig out more. Alright. No? There they go. Alright, yeah, there's a bit of a storm going on out there. I wonder what the things look like. Well, not as bad as during the thunderstorm, but that's okay. Cool. Alright. Looking good, it's coming together. So, next time, we are going to have to... Oh, boy. We got a lot of rearranging to do. So, now that the batteries are all charging and we're getting, like, some actual decent power coming in... actually, before I do anything else, I'm going to throw down, like, 2 more batteries. Just because we got all this power coming in, I might as well save it up. So let's throw down some batteries. Oh, you know what? That's right. I never told it to make power cells. How many power cells? We should probably have enough for 2 batteries. So that's 180, but we'll just say 200. So we'll wait for that order to come in. We'll just move that to the top. Alright, so the deal is, next time... we are going to maybe clean up a little bit of the road. No, I don't think so. I think what we're going to end up doing is move this whole assembly off to the side temporarily. So probably along this wall here. Someplace where I can still curve this around and connect to it. So I think what we're essentially going to do is basically just recreate this along this wall, tear this all down, move this miner or welder somewhere else, and then we are going to get the drill ship out and just start drilling out huge areas here. And then we'll be able to, at the very least, we'll have some more room to move around. And I'm going to start throwing down interior wall blocks on the ground instead of steel plate, just because it's instead of armor blocks, just to save some iron. And then that will be the beginning of the interior decorating, because then I can kind of move this back a bit, and then we can start getting our airlock going. It's going to take a long time to get this entire interior airtight, especially since now that we're so far into the mountain, I can start going up a bit. Or even down. We could go further down, even. But My goal is to get far enough into the mountain that we don't notice the smoke from the outside anymore. That's my main plan. So batteries, that's the last thing we're gonna do here. And who knows if these batteries are even gonna last here. Yeah, I might drain them and move them, who knows. But yeah, that's going to be the plan. We'll move the programmable block over somewhere. I might not even keep it. I'm really just keeping it to test my script. So we'll see what we'll do. But yeah, I think next time it's mostly going to be drilling and scaffolding out the walls and deciding what everything's going to look like around here. And there's also a fairly good chance that we're going to have to go out and get some ore. Because I might be running low on stuff, which means we're going to finally have to make a refinery, which I need to budget for. Actually, now that I think about it, I need to budget for a refinery. I have a small refinery already on that thing. So, oh yeah, that's a modded block that's on there. The small grid, assembler, and refinery. Those are the only modded blocks on here, I think. Oh, and the detector. Yeah. Which I haven't even used, because I was able to just drive around and find stuff from the surface. I thought it was going to be further underground. Alright, there we go. Batteries. Hopefully we should now be using all of the power that we are producing. Look at the weather vane. Yep. And the storm is clearing up, so... Hey, oh. See, that's the thing. There we go. That's the thing that I'm trying to solve, is why is it flickering like that now? What is it doing? I wish I was looking at this earlier. It looked like it was doing something to... Like when it got down to baseline, it seemed to not stabilize quite quickly enough. And I thought I left enough of a buffer in there that it shouldn't do that. But at least the light actually turned off this time. So there's that. Well, anyway. That's it for today, folks. Thanks for hanging out, talking to me. I appreciate it. Hope you had fun. I will be back Friday for my usual Friday gaming with my buddy, where we will not be doing Space Engineers, and I don't know what we will be doing. Possibly Elder Scrolls Online, as usual, but who knows. And then I'll be back on Monday. So have a good night, evening, morning, afternoon, whatever it is for you, and I'll talk to you next time. Take care.